Hello, and welcome back to the Self series. Yes, go ahead and blow the dust off of this. It's still going. Told you, I wasn't lying. This is literally a more focused series, if you will, on obviously yourself. If you missed the episodes before, be sure to check in with them. I'll leave all the links in the description box per usual. But today, we are going to focus on 7 tips for self. Say that 5 times fast. Getting right into it, in no particular order, feel free to get your pens, notepads, digital or physical, or just prepare yourself to rewind, pause, fast forward. Do what you got to do. However, first up, on how to look out for yourself, take a 30-minute nap in the middle of the day. I know people are like, what? I don't have time to sleep. Clearly, regularly. And to think throughout the day, you're like, wait, how is this even possible? It can be with some adjustments and rearranging of things. And I am probably one of the biggest advocate for naps. While I do enjoy them a little longer, a quick little 30-minute reset is enough so you don't fall into that deep sleep. Now, some people are probably like, but I work all day. I work 24 hours. Find another job. Yes, quit. Step two. No, I'm joking. But no, honestly, if you can reshuffle or reorganize some things to where you can get that rest, or even a period where you're not resting. Let me say, if you want to make it more focused than that, there's another alternative for you coming up. Mind you, we're all optional here. These are just tips. Don't be, I can't possibly sleep during the day. I'm not a baby. You should. Why can't you be? Why shouldn't you baby yourself? Think about it. Tip number 2, closing your laptop and or all tech devices to sit in silence and reflect. Now, this is another alternative to taking a nap or resetting yourself without the technological noise just surrounding you and just overtaking you throughout the day because now more than ever, obviously, we're connected to all sorts of technology. Within a grasp, it's easy to just get stuck within that realm. And again, you do have time to shut things down for a second, even if you gotta give yourself a little 5-minute reminder every hour, just how you should be. Like, if you are, let's say, in a more sedentary position where you're working, you should be getting up from your desk every hour. More than that if you can, because sitting down all the day is not good for you. But yeah, don't kill yourself over a job when in reality your job will be posted before your obituary is. Sorry to get morbid there, but it's real. Keep moving. Take the time to disconnect. Even if you're not in a position that is heavily tech, there's probably something technological within your job, somehow, some way. Even if you don't have to be. That little 5, 10, 15-minute meditation time or just silence, little walk to get you moving. Another way to reset yourself. Number 3, connecting a little walk by going for a walk around your neighborhood, your office, the compound. All right, that just sounds a little bit too oppressive. You know what I mean? The area, depending on your setting for the day, be it if you're at home, off site, out of town, whatever, just make time to walk and move your body. This is an easy way to get active and moving during the day. It's early fall. Like, hello? Temperature is cool enough to where you're not just sweating by looking outside. Like, nice and breezy. It's not freezing yet. Go get some fresh air and some sun while you can. Number 4, kind of placing those all together, purposely building 15-minute breaks throughout your workday. Like how these are all centered around work. Can you guess what I've been doing for the past couple weeks? Clearly working a lot, but even still, literally set an alarm on your phone, device, anything. But you told me to turn off my computer. You know, if you got a watch, smart or not, just hit the alarm 15 minutes every hour or whatever time period you work per day. Get up and go do something. It could be your walk, it could be your time to disconnect from technology, it can be meditation time. It's essentially what you make it. Now, working from home or from the office, I mean, technically, if you're working from home, you're not really around people, family, or whoever's in your house with you. But at the same time, just taking time to yourself when it comes down to it, not necessarily around people. If you can get away from people, cool. If not, understood. But ideally, you will use your 15 minutes to just do a self reset. Again, sitting up at your desk for 8 hours plus, it just seems robotic, and it can be. Number five, creating space for freedom within your day without having to do tasks back to back. Now, this can be correlated to the 15-minute resets. These mini breaks can give you some time to yourself in order to refresh your outlook for the day. Again, we don't want to feel like robots. So, say you're struggling to figure out, okay, what am I about to do with this 15 minutes? Use it to clean up an area of your house. Use it to fix your calendar. But again, I can't use my phone. Okay, whatever. Listen, in certain cases, yes, do not. But again, you don't have to put everything all in one bucket. We're all about flexibility here. If you have certain things on your to do list where you know it's not going to take you long to do and you can just knock it out while being productive again for yourself and getting things done, do it. Why not? And essentially just locking in and staying locked into work. That sounded aggressive. Locked. But again, just remembering yourself throughout the day rather than just being fully absorbed with what you got going on with work. Because again, without you, your work is still going to be working. Number six, taking sick leave or paid time off for a wellness day or vacation. A majority of your sick leave is likely to be use or lose, so use it within your policy, of course. Typically, anything under 3 days, you don't need that doctor's note, like you're in elementary school again. On the other hand, use that vacation you've been stacking. Like, if you've been stacking for a good reason because you're working up toward a vacation, by all means, totally understandable. But again, if you have certain things going on, certain seasons where you know your job is a little bit more busier than usual, I feel like right now, because we're in a new fiscal year now, and essentially this is like right before the holidays, before the inevitable drop, before the office starts dwindling and everybody's in see you next year mode. You know what I'm talking about. Go ahead and take time off. Why can't you focus on yourself for a day or two while stuff's going on? Yeah, high pressure, but again, we're all responsible adults. I'm assuming that you're on top of your work and not waiting till the last minute, being a little procrastinator. Are you? But even still, make sure you're taking time for yourself. You got to schedule it in this case, do it. And number seven, last but not least, stepping down from an obligation that's taking up too much time and space. Being selfish? In a way, but in a good way for yourself. See what I did? Yeah. So in this case, I want you to evaluate all of your responsibilities and figure out the best way to optimize the process or get rid of it if it no longer serves you. Crazy, because this is like missed responsibility. Like, ma'am, I know you are not crossing stuff off of your to do list. Again, if it no longer serves you, or you're kind of, again, being that robot that I told you about, just going through the motions to complete a task that is basically, I don't want to put it on not being beneficial, but it's one of those autopilot joints that you can just be like, why am I doing this? Or you're questioning yourself before you do it every time it occurs, just go ahead and erase it. Again, if it has no benefit or you don't necessarily need to be doing said thing, task, whatever the hell, just go ahead and just get rid of it. Or find an easier way to complete that task. So, to review, class, just in case you missed it, 7 tips for self, taking a 30-minute nap in the middle of the day, closing your laptop and all tech devices to sit in silence and reflect, going for a walk, purposely building 15-minute breaks throughout your day, creating space for freedom within your day without having to do tasks back to back, taking sick leave or paid time off for a wellness day or vacation, and stepping down from an obligation that's taking up too much time and space. Look at that. You didn't even have to rewind. You're welcome. Now, easier said than done per usual, but just make it workable for you. When it comes to taking care of yourself, there's no right or wrong way to do it. These are just ideas to spark something in you to create that motivation and drive to say, I can do this. Or you may think of another tip. Feel free to leave that tip in the comments within Spotify. Of course, I'll leave all links below. But this is another episode of the Self series. Feel free to comment via social media. We are on X, Instagram, Facebook. No, we're not on Facebook. Or directly on verbalvibemode.com. You can also leave a voicemail. Per usual, all links will be in the description box below. Appreciate you for listening. Peace.